Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things that I no longer buy at the grocery store as a from scratch cook. So when I first started cooking from scratch many years ago, I quickly found out that you can make almost anything that you buy in a package at the store right at home. And it just takes a little practice, getting the right recipe, getting it worked out. But I have 10 for sure things that I make regularly at home that I used to buy years ago. And through the years, I've added to the list. And I wanted to share them with you because a lot of times we don't think about making certain things from scratch. But if you do, you will save money and you can forego some not so great ingredients that are found in prepackaged foods as well. So it'll be healthier for you and your family. I don't have any particular order. I have a list that I scribbled down because I will forget for sure if I don't. So I'm just going to start with that. So the first thing that I no longer buy at the grocery store that I used to buy all the time is flour. You all know that about me. I grind my own wheat. Now I do have still just a little bit of all-purpose kamut flour left over from I don't even remember when I bought this flour. I happened to find it when we were doing a pantry clean out and I was like, what am I going to do with this? And so I've been feeding my sourdough starter and using it occasionally in different things just to get it worked out because I don't remember when I bought it. And so it's fine, it looks fine, but I want to get it used up because I don't really use all-purpose flour anymore. I used to buy quite a bit when I first started doing sourdough for sure. I bought a lot of flour, but now that I grind my own wheat, I just buy wheat berries, and I don't buy those at the grocery store because mine doesn't carry them. I have to order those, but that is one thing that I don't have to buy. Now, if you buy wheat berries, a pound of wheat berries is going to make more than a pound of flour, so it's more cost effective to do it that way. And so that's one thing that I do not buy. One of the big things I don't buy at the grocery store anymore is flour. I've had a lot of people ask me, what do you do for all-purpose flour? Like if you wanted all-purpose flour, I grind hard white wheat and I sift it. It's not like store-bought all-purpose flour, but it does make it way finer and way lighter. And so if you're wanting to make things like pastries or things like that, you may want to try that. It works, and you can use that bran and germ that you sifted out in oatmeal, muffins, different recipes like that, and you still use it, but you can get a lighter flour that way. I plan on doing a video on that coming up, so be on the lookout for that. So the next one is salsa. I used to buy a lot of salsa at the store because we love salsa. I use it for everything. I will use it for a pasta sauce. I will use it for pizza sauce, just on our eggs. I put it in our rice. I love the way it tastes mixed in with some rice, and it's just so good. But I found out you can make it yourself, especially us. We grow tons of tomatoes, and I put up jars and jars. I still have probably 25 to 30 jars left from last year that we're working our way through. But we get through them because we love it. It is so, so good when you make it yourself with fresh ingredients. But you can buy canned tomatoes and a salsa pack mix and can your own salsa with store-bought ingredients. That way you can choose exactly what goes in it. But salsa is a big one. This is one of the first things I started making from scratch, and I have never bought any since. And it tastes better. And if you can it, it lasts just like store-bought canned salsa, and you can just eat it as you want to. Now, the next thing that I stopped buying at the grocery store was mayonnaise. Y'all know that I have a recipe for homemade mayo. I'll link it down below if I can find. It's an old video, but I will link it down below. It's like a 30-second video because that's literally how fast it is to make mayonnaise. You just use some olive oil, an egg, some mustard, and some salt. And I like to take an immersion blender and blend it up, and within seconds you have mayo, and it's so delicious. You can actually make it with avocado oil if you want to make it more mild, and most people like that better. I like olive oil mayonnaise because I like the flavor, but It's up to you. But making mayo is so easy, and there's really no need to buy it at the store. If you have oil, eggs, mustard, and salt, you can make it. And you can just make small batches, and you don't have to worry about it going bad. So that's number 3. So the next thing that I stopped buying at the store was yogurt. I make my own yogurt once a week in the Instant Pot with powdered milk. So I don't even have to go to the store to get the milk. I just buy up bags and bags of powdered milk and I make my yogurt out of that. It's so easy to make. All you have to do is heat. You don't even have to heat the milk, but I have found that the end texture of the yogurt I like better when the milk's been heated. But you can actually just start from cold milk if you want to. But the way I do it is I heat my milk to around 180 degrees and then I let it cool down to about 110 degrees. I add a big spoonful of yogurt. So you do need to have a batch of yogurt before you start it. And stir it in, put it in my Instant Pot, put a clear glass lid on top or the regular lid, and then push yogurt. And in less than 24 hours, I have yogurt. And it's super easy, super cost effective because yogurt's pretty expensive and it tastes just as good. So I definitely think that that's one of my favorite things that I started making from scratch was yogurt because I eat it every single day. So good for your gut and stuff because it has probiotics. So I love that. Okay, another thing that I don't buy from the store goes along with the first thing I talked about, the flour. I haven't bought bread in a store. I rattled my brain. It's been years and years since I bought a loaf of bread. I just haven't had to. I make bread about twice a week and all of our bread products. And I don't think I could go back to store-bought bread because when you make fresh bread, especially sourdough bread, there's nothing like it. Now, the next one goes along with that, and that is tortillas and like flatbreads. I haven't bought tortillas as long as it's been since I bought bread. I just make them. I make a bunch of them. You can freeze them, and they're so good. I just recently uploaded a video on making naan bread, and that's another like flatbread. I make probably tortillas, flatbreads, and naan, something like that, at least once a week, and we love it. We love it. It's my favorite, probably my favorite bread product is a flatbread. So that's another thing that I don't buy at the store. And if you look on the back of a pack of tortillas in the store, it looks like, I haven't counted it obviously, but it looks like there's like 50 ingredients in there. And my sourdough tortillas have flour, water, sourdough starter, and salt. And that's it. So you don't really have to do that. And they're so easy to make. So easy to make. Okay, the next thing that I stopped buying at the store is granola. Granola is one of my favorite things to go on yogurt. I love nuts so much so that I have just had to stop buying them because they put weight on me and I can't stop eating them. It's like a mindless thing that I do with nuts. And so I made a decision recently to just stop. I mean, I buy like chopped nuts to top things with, but no more where I can just grab a handful of them and eat them because it's dangerous for me. And so granola, putting that on my yogurt gives me that crunch and it kind of satisfies that, And so the oats that I flake make the granola and it's fresh and it's so good. I have a recipe. If I can remember, I'll link it down below. It's so easy. It's so good. And I make it really often. Okay, so the next one is salad dressing. I don't remember when I bought salad dressing again. My trick for making salad dressing is just taking some Greek yogurt, thinning it out with a little bit of milk or milk kefir, if you have that on hand, adding some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, stir it up until it's pourable, and you got a salad dressing. It's so easy to make. And you can I just make a little at a time because you buy those big bottles. I don't go through that much salad dressing just for 2 people. But when I make it, I just make like just enough for one meal, and then I don't have any leftovers. And So it's cost effective that way, and you don't have to worry about going bad in your refrigerator. All right, so I think we're down to the last. No, we got two more. The next thing, number 9, is muffins. Y'all know I have an addiction. If you've been watching my channel and follow my blog, I love muffins. I make them and I keep them on hand. As soon as we run out, I make another batch. They're so good, and they're so easy to make. And I have a master recipe. I'll link it down below. You can change it up any way you want to. I make the most delicious muffins, and using freshly milled flour. They're so good for you. Oh, I mean, I am big on muffins. So check out my blog if you love muffins too. I have a ton of recipes for muffins. And the last one that I don't buy at the store anymore is broth. No chicken broth, no turkey broth. We actually raise our own meat birds here, and I cook those bones down to make a rich, beautiful broth, and I keep it in the freezer. I keep some in the freezer, and I always have it on hand so that when I make things like rice or pasta, it's even more healthy. So those are 10 things that I don't buy at the store anymore. I would like to hear what you used to buy at the store and you don't buy anymore, because that may give me some inspiration to try even more things. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. I make several videos a week on cooking from scratch, gardening, food preservation, and homesteading, and we sure would like to have you here. All right, well, that's all I have for today. I hope y'all are doing well, and we will see you on the next video.